The saying, stand up for what you believe in, even if you are standing alone, has never been truer than it is for Principal Chief David Hill. Although he had a tribe behind him, he was chosen to speak up on their behalf in the McGirt v. Oklahoma case earlier this year. The McGirt v. Oklahoma case was a landmark United States Supreme Court case which ruled that, as pertaining to Major Crimes Act, much of the eastern portion of Oklahoma remains as Native American lands of the prior Indian reservations of the 5 civilized tribes, never disestablished by Congress as part of the Oklahoma Enabling Act of 1906. Principal Chief David Hill was named one of Times Magazine's 2020 list of the world's 100 most influential people. His upbringing, his fight in the Supreme Court, and most importantly, his victory in the McGirt v. Oklahoma case is all the makeup of him claiming this title and earning a position to be amongst the world's most influential people. Principal Chief David Hill is from a tribal town in New Tulsa, Oklahoma. He belongs to the Beaver Clan and is a member of the Depew Church of God. He survives through his family who supported him through the journey of the McGirt v. Oklahoma case. He's been married to his wife for 39 years, and together they have 3 daughters and 5 grandchildren. Hill has been fortunate enough to endure countless experiences to get him where he is. He was a member and president of the Depew High School Board of Education. He was on the committee for Tulsa Air Park. He was on the National Council for many, many years where he held various titles. And he has 30 years in the aerospace where he repaired, manufactured, and learned military programming. All of these life experiences and community involvement have shaped Principal Chief David Hill to be the influential person that he is. Through this participation, he has learned more about himself, his job, and the hardships that life can throw your way. In his later years, the McGirt v. Oklahoma case came about, causing his life to take a turn. The McGirt v. Oklahoma decision this summer was a groundbreaking triumph for all of Indian country. The court held that the land in the nation was guaranteed in exchange for leaving their ancestral home remains a reservation today, despite over a century of attempts to dissolve and dilute it. The McGirt decision has broad implications for all of Indian country. Since the landmark decision, hundreds of cases being evaluated in state court have been dismissed and transferred to either tribal or federal court. How the federal government treats one tribe, it treats all tribes, which is why the decision has such broad implications for all of Indian country. Principal Chief David Hill has led his people through a truly landmark victory and has continued to protect his nation's sovereignty from state encroachment after the decision. Hill was selected to represent his tribe in the McGirt v. Oklahoma case, and because of his superior leadership, they went all the way to the Supreme Court and won the ruling 5-4 on July 9, 2020. Had it not been for Hill's persistence and desire to stand up for his tribe, the case may have not gone this far, and it definitely would not have won. Hill is a natural-born leader who speaks up for what is right. He is a listener and then he is a go-getter. He listened to his tribe and he took their matters into his own hands. Hill states, when you know you have to do what is right for your people, you just keep pushing forward. And that is exactly what Principal Chief David Hill did for his people. He pushed forward and he ultimately obtained justice and equality for their Indian country. In conclusion, this decision by the Supreme Court was seen as a significant win for Native American rights because it was not the first time a case of this nature has shown up to be discussed. But because of Hill's leadership, it was the first time that a case of this nature won. Principal Chief David Hill is brave. He is worthy of praise because of how hard he fought for not himself, but others too. He should be celebrated, and being selected as one of the world's most influential people proves that. His upbringing, his long fight for the McGirt v. Oklahoma case, and his victory in the Supreme Court are all contributors into being chosen for this recognition. Principal Chief David Hill is a world changer, and he is someone that we should all strive to be like.